All this to say, I'm a Joe Burrow fan. I enjoy the way he goes about his business. I enjoy the way he plays with confidence. I will tell you the thing that I told him, which I've told other quarterbacks uh, from time to time. Slide,
Yeah.
Yeah.
slide. I said you're too damn talented. You got so much in front of you to accomplish in this league. Just sometimes you got to slide. I would have said the same thing to Andrew. Andrew initially got hurt in Indy. You know, being Superman and running guys over and stuff. Like uh, the only guy who I've told to slide who really didn't need to hear it and still doesn't is the guy that was playing last night because he's so damn fast and talented and strong running the ball, man. You could keep running like that for a lot of years, Lamar. You don't need to slide, but everybody else, like. Just slide every now and then.
We talk about
take on a bunch of guys.
Hey, we talk about this with Carson Wentz. The guy sprained both of his ankles in one play, okay? And I wasn't like a Philadelphia Eagles fan, so I never watched him as much as I do now whenever he's in Indianapolis. And I got a chance to share, obviously, the locker room with Andrew Luck when people were trying to tell him the same thing that you were echoing to him about sliding. And Andrew, it felt like Andrew had it made up in his mind that he'd be disrespecting football if he quit on plays or something. Like that's not how football is played, basically, is how he viewed everything. I think Carson's the same way. Joey Burrow seems to have a very similar mindset. I mean, he dove, nosedive, got twisted into the ground, and then he got back up and threw a dime 5 minutes later, and people were like, no, Joey likes getting hit. It wakes him up. I'm like, God, well, let's keep him around a little bit. That's hard to do, I think. Did you ever have any of those moments, or have you always been very smart with your body whenever you're young? Because you move a lot more than people give you credit, obviously. But did you ever take any big shots and learn, or has this always been the way you are?
I definitely took some big shots. I remember specifically in 2008, I was running on the sidelines, and I thought that I was going to be getting out of bounds before Julius Peppers drilled me, and it was simultaneous-ish. He got called for a 15-yarder for a late hit out of bounds, but it was really close. I think if I hadn't been a quarterback, they probably wouldn't have thrown it. But I've taken some big shots. I took on Urlacher and Briggs on a third down one time where I got lucky enough to close my eyes and somehow split them for a first down. But not many of those. You're just not going to survive those, comfortably over and over and over. Some guys, can obviously more gifted physically, like Lamar and some of these guys, can run away from those guys and run around those guys. And I remember playing against Cap in 2012 playoffs. He rushed for 170 yards, and I don't think he got touched really the entire game. Otherwise, from sliding or running the end zone or running out of bounds, I don't think we got his jersey dirty at all. So some guys can do it, but I think for a lot of us, it's just smarter many times to just slide. And we all, I understand what Andrew was saying and Carson was saying. You feel like you're a part of it when you're taking a shot, and you got your pads on for a reason. And some of the rules, they're giving penalties out for hits that aren't really that damaging, or brutal. Look, I had one last week. I don't know what the penalty was for. I didn't feel like I got. I think it was TJ Watt. I don't feel like it was a bad hit or overly rough hit. I was surprised there was a penalty. And I'm not begging for those type of penalties. If you get drilled in the head, yeah, of course. That's probably a penalty. The below the knees one, if it's a blatant one where a guy's diving at you, which just doesn't really happen a whole lot, I kind of get that one. But all the other ones, you want to feel like a football player. I don't feel like sliding makes you less tough. It's just sometimes a smarter thing to do.